met a man once. He stood there like a statue. He got me startled. He was dressed in agbada. I could see a gentleman beyond his dada. He wasn't a champagne bottle. He was a bottle of champagne. We were heading opposite roads in different trucks. Our hearts met, our love struck. We ended up taking vows, which always left me taking a bow. My king's men spoke words of warning. My heart was beating drums so loud I could not get their lyrics. King's men, who were men, could not withhold me not to cling to my king. I was true to my heart, but never true to my mind. I had lost my mind what I did for love. I was heading for church, he was heading for the shrine. I was singing praises, he was chanting incantations and spells. I could not spell out what was wrong in what seemed so right. If his love for me was certain, he would insist. As much as I persist, he would desist from a worship which paints him as lordship and me as black sheep. He was with a God which felt odd. Love humbled me, so my mouth worshipped a different God and heart was with a different one. He was the heir to a throne, I was the heir to be haunted. We traveled across meters, acres and sea. All I could see was love. We embarked on an endless journey that always just started. I kept asking, are we there yet? Yet we're never there. I was full of love, I was a fool for love. I followed a known man to an unknown place, a remote place where I kept being controlled. I consented to a love which bore 3 children. 3 children for a man I could not identify as mine. He was willing to replace me with one, another, and more, so I mourned. I feared for my daughter's fate, so I held on to fate and plotted an escape. When it was cockcrow, I put to play a script I had staged so many times in my mind. I was dressed in black to suit the dark at my time of mourning. I was mourning my death before my death that morning. I took 2 boys by the hand and a girl on the back. I paid greetings to the moon when I sensed lurking eyes in the dark. I ran till those eyes spoke, woman, stop. It was a man I feared that he seek the treasures in my pants, so I was panting. He said, woman, I do not seek the treasures between your legs, cause in your heart lies a precious stone. Woman, I pray for you more than I pray after you, so you are not my prey. He disguised us as bushes behind the bushes. We survived to be alive, to preserve lives till it was dark. I paid greetings to the moon, and I told her I had misheard noon and how the sun exposed me to naked eyes. I heard footsteps. It was my king and his men seeking for his 3 children and I tried to conceal us when I heard a feeble voice say, Father. It was my daughter. She gave us up so innocently to guilty arms. I tried to get away, a failed trial that sent a man and I into trial with the plaintiff being the judge of the accused. It was late. We were tied to stake. He called me woman. I respond with silence, with my eyes secreting pawns. He said, woman, your silence is loud enough for me. On this stake your heart I shall take. I had a revelation that you are the genesis of the word called love. You can't even be the exodus of it. If you love me back so strong, I would sing hymns and praises. I would call you rock of ages and I would be the old rugged cross. Love has crippled me, but has love deafened you and made you dumb? I am only a simple man falling victim of regular love while watching you fall for irregular love. I am persistent to make this consistent. I insist to love you. I master 4 letters, L-O-V-E, and 4 words. I love this woman. Let's be fast and take it forward. Let's fast forward like we have 4 feet, cause this love I can't forfeit. God forbid that a simple man becomes so complicated for you. You and I are we, so let him and her be they. On this day today, I surrender ammunitions of love that my heart may survive this battle and let this eternal war end. O King, who gives a sentence before judgment, I will express myself in 1 sentence. I have been sentenced to a lifetime of loving this woman. Thank you.